Are we good? Can you hear me? Let's see here. Okay, well, how we doing? Alright. Let's see. There we go. There's my preview. Just tell me that I am doubling up. Cool. Okay. Well, welcome. Excuse me. Good. Okay. Thanks. Is that good on your end or my end? Not sure now. Okay. Well, how am I doing? This week has been a little weird. Got through it though. So, yeah. Let's see. It's good that you guys are doing good. Once we get in, I got some special, things for you over Verizon and anyone who becomes a member. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, so anyone who joins a member, you'll have access to a whole bunch of little goodies I set up for you. I made some new ones. Well, I had one that's kind of in the back that I wanted to use, but then I never, really implemented them, so. But yeah, hopefully everyone seems alright. So we'll get started then. Don't want to dawdle too much. I already got a bunch of work already on the animation kind of already. I guess we can do that right now. Okay. Boop boop. Alright. There we go. Alright. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. So let's see if this works. I'm gonna send a chat message automatically. Haha, check that out. Welcome Mike, welcome Judd, welcome Over Horizon, welcome. Let's see. Yeah, so if you join as a member, you get some new ones. Let's see. It looks like it's the first message. Interesting. But yeah, if you're a YouTube member, by clicking the join button, which I guess doesn't work on iOS YouTube app, so you have to like use an internet browser or use some other device, you can now use new commands. Yeah, I don't know. So if you join up for, I think it's either $1.99 or $2.99. I'll have to double check. Something with a 9. I always round up anyway. Just don't even know. I think it's only like $2 a month to join as a member. And you get some little goodies. You get the emojis, and now you got little YouTube commands. I don't think I set it up for myself, so really only members can actually activate them. But yeah, just using the regular muffin command actually will now change it into a barrage of muffins, and there'll be some fun stuff like the stilt guy. I don't think I animated the stilt guy, but then no one either used it or it was just kind of hidden. I didn't really say it too much, but yeah. So members only special stuff. Welcome Cookie. If you join as a member, then you can get access to a whole bunch of little goodies like YouTube chat, emojis, and now these new commands. Let's see. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna be the cop around here until Cookie comes back. Then. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah. Well, Verizon, I'm not gonna pressure you, but if you wanted to test one of them out, either just literally typing muffin or cheer or still guy, I think it should work. Might have to double check on my triggers. Just gonna quickly check. Yeah. So cheer and members should all work. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just double checked. But either way, all the other ones should work regular for regular people, I guess. Sorry. Regular chatted should have the other ones that are in the second ones, like the regular muffin, basic, best spelling, cheer, hammer, jump, and pet should all work. So if you type those in into chat, then you'll get something a little fun there. I know we've had those before, but I guess it bears repeating, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I think I did. Oh, did I miss it? I think I missed looking at it. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, we'll go through them, I guess. Bow. Nom nom. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mike. Let's see. We're still going through these, or what do we got? Hello. Let's see. But yeah, Over Horizon, you got some new ones. Yeah, I added like 3 literally just this morning, so I think I can add a couple more, but I just kind of ran out of time this morning to probably add all of them in, so yeah. But 3 is better than nothing. And you also get the emojis too, so yeah. Should we move on to the main event? Let's do that then. Let's see. Yeah, the commands are working, hopefully. Don't see that you actually sent one though. Well, especially the high one. The big derpy that comes up in waves. I'm happy with that one. It's big enough that I can like see it in my preview off to the side. To be like, whoa, what's that? And it's like, oh, someone's here. I see that before your chat message sometimes. Let's see. So I made a little cheerleading derpy animation, or at least storyboard. It will turn into an animation. Whoa. That's just a rough of it. Let's see. Will Derpy do that in the background? Oh, we got this. So she'll be like doing some cheerleading poses and like kind of like jumping up to be like, yeah, you can do it. Wow, yahoo! And then little poses, but then she's like is tired out and like, oh man, I'm too. Ooh, that was a lot. Ooh, and then it repeats. This will be a YouTube short. Right now it's about 10-ish seconds. So, I already timed it out. So basically, I just have to like put the real derpy into here and place my sketch one. But yeah, because the Superb Owl, I don't know if it's copyrighted. I don't know if I can say it or not. Is I think this weekend or tomorrow, I guess. So, just doing something short. I just came up with this idea like literally like yesterday. I was at work and I was like, huh, isn't the Super Bowl is like tomorrow? Wouldn't it be cool if I just did something for it? Or like doing something like a full on like sports thing, you know, like the Fry Cook games like in SpongeBob, be a little too ambitious. So what if I just have her just kind of cheer or something? So sport linebackers, I hope. You're better at sports than me to even bring up that even word at all. So I don't know nothing about sports enough to know. But yeah, she's just gonna be a little cheerleader and doing little cute poses. But then she tires herself out. Why? I think this goes way, way back to like 2011. I don't even know if some of you guys were alive. But back in 2011, it's like my first time I saw. I'm gonna start working on this. I'm gonna make a cheerleading derpy puppet while I tell the story. The first like pony G4 thing I ever saw. I'm just gonna move over. I like her scale. Was from Bolding's I Love Cheeseburger, is like this old meme site, which I think it's still up, but most people probably use it for Know Your Meme or like the those image huge image boards that has all the current up-to-date memes and explanations and stuff. and they had a whole bunch of side little sub different things like, oh, I love cheeseburger. Oh, there's one for dogs. Oh, there's one for oh my god, Burks. You know, this is old internet stuff. And one of the sub channels was for pony stuff, and this was like season 1 stuff. So this was not even, you know, right when it began. You know, so when the series started. And I was like, what's this? So I checked it out because I already liked looking at all the cat memes. I was like, what is this? And I was like, huh, okay, sure. And I looked at it, and I think one of the first posts I saw was like of feeling Pinky keen, and there was Derpy dropping a whole bunch of, you know, safe and like a piano on Twilight. And I was like, Derpy funny. Because Derpy was already like in the lingo with the Know Your Memes and I Love Cheeseburger already. Whereas like I Can Has Bucket and stuff. And I was like, haha, Derpy, I get it. So I liked her from that. And then when I started to animate, I had the puppets. And I was like, oh man, Flash puppets are hard to use. And I was like, wait a minute, I have to like drill in and like double click to like even get into one eyeball. And I was like trying to move one was like really hard. So to like move one, I had to like go in, and then as a symbol object, I had to like go back out. And then to like even like I couldn't click on the other eyeball at the same time, so I couldn't even do this kind of thing. So I was like, what is this? So because they were separate like objects, so that weren't like, they were like exclusive to each other, so I couldn't like just like had to like get into one eyeball, move it around, and then go back out, go into the other eyeball, and then move it. And I was like, what is this? So it was much more fun and much more easier to have her not worry about her eyes being perfectly aligned, because if she like blinks or something, I would have to, you know, blink, close her eyes, and then move her eye, and then move her eye here, and then go back out, and then move her other eye, and then make sure that it's actually got the same timing and everything, and it's just got really, really complicated. So it's much easier to just have her eyes be a little lopsided and not have to worry about them being perfectly, I guess, on model. So this is what it'll look like without the bubbles. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah. So kind of just fell in love with her from there. But yeah, thanks for the question. What will happen to the short of an editor for this? Yeah, it was Double Rainbow Puppets was what I first got the puppets from. And then I made my own, and this is all custom made by me. You can tell I made it, because this is a mess. All of this node structure here, and overly complicated stuff. Yeah. Now, another Derby test, the Valentine's short. I'm still planning on getting that done for Valentine's Day, which I think is either Thursday or Friday. Friday? Okay. Look at my calendar. Still gonna work on that. This is gonna be a one-day turnaround where I want to just get this done by the end of tonight and then upload it Sunday morning. So I've already got the animatic done, and I'm just not gonna make this too complex, so we should be good. Right now I'm just gonna make her costume and then see about where I want it to be. Probably should have looked up football team colors, because hopefully there's none that have pink. Well, at least I looked them up, the teams that are working tomorrow, I guess. Don't have pink in them. I think one of them is red, but I don't think that's gonna get any kind of similarity, I think. But yeah. Sorry guys, that one. I think I want to add her skirt, so this will be... I know I had that picture from the thumbnail, but I made that in a different program. So I had to recreate it. Yeah. So that was a little fumble, ahaha, on my part, where I should have just made it inside of this program, because I use Flash for my thumbnails. So when I export it, when I export pictures from Toon, the picture quality is too good that it's actually larger size than YouTube wants the. Yeah, it's too big for YouTube to upload a thumbnail, the file. So I use Flash because it just kind of more naturally wants the file to be smaller. So I was like, okay. But then I just quickly sketched out her costume last night in Flash instead. So yeah, whoops. I'll get the skirt right on now. Thinking how I want to do it. I think I want to make it as a new object. So I'm gonna have to skirt. Make that in here. And it should go above leg. Let's see. There's arm, leg. Goes left to right if I would renders. So I'm having to think about that a little bit. Okay. Connect the noodles. Okay. So now I have something I can draw with. There we go. Okay. So let's maybe make it contrasty. Maybe more. I don't know. We'll play with the colors. And a bit here. Oh yeah, this is how I made the background. These like ink splots. I used this wet splash brush and I chucked it up to way huge and made it like 90 size. Cause I think it's supposed to be a lot smaller, like 10 or something. It's supposed to be like this brush you can't see. Maybe like 50. So it's supposed to be this kind of like, ooh, kind of brush to add some little texture. Or it's supposed to be just be a drawing brush where you're like, wow, look at that, that looks cool. Very, very specific use case, I guess, but yeah, if you make this like huge, it's just, can't see where I am in space. Make this huge, maybe like, I think I had it like 500 or something, and then you get the individual blink ink spots like that, so I could just make one pop, boop, you know, make these huge complicated like ink spots without having to draw it myself, I guess. So that's how I made the background, it's just like using this brush. And it comes in handy when you need something specific like this and you can think outside the box. Like even these are stars. These are just Toon brushes. I can just make a whole bunch of stars. Yay. Wow. Check that out. I could use this for, because I want like the animation to have like her going, yeah. And I want it to be like a freeze frame. And so I could just have like her do like a cool pose and then like get into it and like pow. And then goes pew. And then little stars or something fly out, you know, like pew. Something like that. Yeah. Some little puddle. Yeah. I want just a regular brush though right now. So we're gonna go to solid. Actually, I want a pencil. And I'll make it green. Okay. Unfortunately, her hair's in the way, but that's fine. Let's make it. I guess can make it a little long. Blah. Got too used to drawing in Flash. I forgot that, like, when I had my doodle stream, I was like, oh no, I don't know how to draw in Flash. But then I like got used to how drawing in Flash then. Then I was like, oh no, I'll just work in Toon now. And then I forgot how to draw in Toon after that then. So that was bad. That there's not really a lasso. It's just kind of like this selecting tool, and it just magically works way better. do want is to move this in 3D space. So I'm gonna go into peg layer and just move it up. Can't see with her head, so I think I can. This is their whole head thing, so I could just turn that off for a sec while I figure this part out. It still exists, it doesn't, you know, it's not gone forever. I just turn off the visibility of it for a sec. I can literally just turn it back on whenever I want for a head. So that's okay. I just needed to see what I was doing here. What am I? I have a button for it over here. Gonna add some, I guess these are pleats, or like pleat lines, or like the, I don't know what to call these. Make it more gray, I guess. Let's see if I can do that. Switch color. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to make it red and green to be good for like a regular sports team if I wanted to reference something like that, but this is like her Valentine's very nondescript, you know, no not band affiliation, but just kind of like in that vein, I guess. There's not going to be any specific team. Spotty did have a Super Bowl commercial at one point, so that was fun. Even if you remember that. We're seeing that during like a, I don't know if I watched it on online first and then, because it's only like 2 seconds, you know, out of the whole game. So maybe more like that, and then we'll make this skirt. Ah, it's connected to everything. Let's see. Let's make a new one. That's just, I saw that the background was connected, so I was like, let's not do that. Maybe more purple. Of course, it needed to be seen through the background here, so I'm just trying to make sure I can still see it. That's good, and then we'll change this to be this, but then just more darker. Something where it's just kind of like just a little bit there, but not too much. That's pretty good. Do I want to add any more details? I guess I can make the, I can draw a line with my stroke here. Just kind of go meow. Say yes, I made a line. Thanks to Moon. And then I think I can just delete these parts out like that. And so now it's kind of like a little bit. I can fix these maybe. I'll definitely get rid of some of these extra points. Okay. Happy enough with that. I got the Yeti thumbs up of approval. So thank you. Turn the head back on. Do you see that the wing is layered underneath, so we'll change that as well. Wrong button. So I don't want to go too far, otherwise there's whoa. Just want it to be right above her hair there. Alrighty, that's pretty good. We could change her. What do you got? This is her shirt. Could change her shirt to be like a long sleeve to make it like a sweater, or we can kind of have it be even shorter. Basically, it'll just look like this, and then I'll just make sure that that's kind of good. Skirt looks good. Thank you. If I do it like this, then... Because I have a couple poses later. Oh yeah, the skirt only exists for 1 frame. Where like her arms might cover herself. Let's see. Yeah, her arm might go over her body on this one. Which I guess would show... Yeah, I think that'd be actually better. It's like, I'm just thinking of the overlap. And if they're different, then that'll be good. Okay, good. So the skirt only exists for 1 frame here, because I only... Whatever reason, Toon Boom thinks like, oh, you do that for 1 frame. You only need it for 1 frame, right? I need this for the whole thingy. There you go. Okay. We'll change this. We're gonna change it back to what it was, and then make a new sub drawing. So now I can make this one be now my short sleeve version, I guess, while maintaining my original one. So if I ever need to go back for whatever reason, I can have a backup of what I did before I changed it, so I don't lose what I just had. Problem is that these are always hard to clean up this. It says like her, what do you call it? There you go. Okay. And so I could also mix and match and say like, oh, I want this one to be short and this one long or something, or have this sleeve. And I could also just tell it to not do that. There we go. Okay. Doing legs. We want to add something to the leg. We can add a little shoe thing. I don't know. Let's do that. Let's have some sort of copy. And we could do a little... It could be a little shoe, or it could be a little sock, I guess. Or like the whole thing, which at this point it would just be the whole leg thing. Yeah, let's just do a shoe. And we'll use the white there. Cool. And we'll say that this one will also be it. Yay! Let me lock the layer of the background so I can't click it again. Okay. Up. Get in there. Do you want to do pom-poms or hair? Because I want to add what I did in the thumbnail. I want to add her pseudo ponytail, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. I can make this shorter and then have a little hair that goes out here. So make this kind of short and then have a bow and then somehow something like that, I guess. Yeah. Now we just gotta do that. Okay. There. So we'll go in here, and I'll just connect here to here, and then delete this. I just want to keep some of her hair, but then, because I did kind of like it where it wasn't, she wasn't just bald. So we'll just have it so like she has so this is short there, and that'll make sense once I add everything else. As we can do that now. Okay. So we'll go. I do have the hats back, which is this part. I could reuse it for the bow. Change it to here, and then I think this is how I made the flash original bow, the thumbnail bow. I think I just removed a couple points. Yeah? No. I get a reference. Had a reference picture. Okay. I think it's more flat. I don't think it does this. Did I jump? I was only. I guess you jump scared me. Thanks, Cookie. I was looking at a reference, but I didn't see my OBS. Is that ribbon shape enough? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I gotta wiggle around sometimes, you know. Stretch the muscles. I'll add more details, I guess. Which I could do now. Yeah, I made a line. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Timbo. Go back to reference. That, I guess. And another little part here. Yeah, this is more ribbony than what I think I had before. Does this also... I'll just do it in two. Make it simple. I think I can just copy this. Alright guys. Is that gonna work? I didn't see. Am I too slow? Oh no. Might be happening? I'm scared. Oh no. Oh, I don't think I implemented it. Let me double check. Yeah, because my Sammy exploded. Ah, no. Yeah, I got rid of it because, well, we're not in Halloween time. So I was like, well, we don't need it. My Sammy exploded where everything that I did make a while ago refused to then kind of work. So I had to start from square one with everything. So it yeah. I just kind of chose which ones would be more useful for the time. And didn't think Halloween Boo would work at this time. No. The music loud? It's kind of loud in my ears. Don't need any of these. Oops. No. My line. Okay. We're good. Oh. Just trying to clean this up a little bit. How you doing, Cookie, though? Okay. Got ribbon. We made our hair short. And let's see. So we're going to use same sort of colors, I guess. And then maybe a lighter. Let's see if this is lighter or darker. That's darker. Not by much. Here's the other one. The other one's here. Yeah. That's good to hear. I'm doing okay. Had a weird week. It's hard to have a normal schedule anymore at work. Wow, look at that. You almost can. So I'm getting kind of too good at my job, which I guess is bad. Because my bosses are like, hey, wait a minute. We don't have much for you to really do now. We'll give you more stuff to do, but also we'll just kind of let you not be here often now, even though you have been working pretty good and pretty fine up to this point, and you had less responsibilities a couple years ago, but now you have more responsibilities, but you're also good at getting them done. That now we don't want you to. It's a weird like what? You're good, but then we don't need you here all day. But you know. We'll give you stuff to do even though that you don't have anything to do, but also you have a lot of stuff to do, but you're able to do it quickly, so kind of counteracts itself, I guess. And it's like, oh, okay. So what's my schedule? And they're like, I don't know. We're not gonna let you choose your own schedule, but you gotta follow our rules of the schedule. And it's like, what we'll do this week is, you know, the boss's decision, which I guess makes sense, but then also I know more about what I can do at the time, so it's just not really having me, not giving me the flexibility of what I want to do per day. So, yeah, it's just really messy. So, it seems like maybe next week we might go back to, we're heading towards an okay solution. But still, it's, not the greatest. So that's where I've been. Yeah. Where it's just been like, okay. Like my boss doesn't understand how I work, because he's mostly in a different room all day. So he doesn't really understand, like, if he sees like certain amount of stuff like invoices on I have a shelf of all my to-dos, and if it seems like, oh well, at the end of the day you don't have anything, so how about the next day you take off? And it's like, no, the only reason I have stuff, you know, gone is because I spent the whole day working on it. Like, I need the time to get things done, please. So having less time is not good. So it's just been back and forth of like, please let me have time to work on it. And bosses are like, what? No, you don't need more time. And it's like, but what? you have more time than you need, right? To get things done. And it's like, yeah, but not really. Like, I have this extra thing I have to do that once I get other stuff done, it's kind of like the lower priority stuff for a whole nother job that's gonna take who knows how long. And it's like, but I kind of want time to be able to work on that. If I don't have enough time to, if I have just enough time to only work on what's required per day, then I'll never get the other thing I need to get done that's due in a couple months done as well. That's going to take just as long. It's going to take twice as long, or, you know, who knows how long to get that done. So I was like, can I please, you know, have more time to do it? And it's like, no. Because, you know, you're able to get things done, right? And it's like, but I'm only gonna get it done, I'm only getting scraped by what I need to get done, you know, by the end of the day, like for stuff that's due, you know, by the end of the day or week or whatever, you know? And our turnaround times are so fast. Like, things are due, like, things are ordered and then placed on my to-do shelf. And it's like, if it's Monday, then it's due Friday. And if it comes in on Tuesday, I have to get it done Friday. And it's like, oh my god. Something comes in on Thursday, well, get it done by Friday. And it's like, isn't that a rush job? And it's like, they forget to like put that on there. And it's like, but I... So, yeah, a little overwhelmed with that. That's like, please. Let me just have a normal schedule so I can get things done. Otherwise, you know, okay. have way too many projects I want to also get done. Even this week I have a lot of stuff. I have like this, my mom has a volunteer thing, and I did this before. I think it's for the same person, I think. Where I made like this trifold brochure thing, where it had like, you know, 3 panels on one side and then 3 panels on the other side, so when you flip it, you know. So I have to design, you know, essentially 3 little panels for this event. And so now I want a new one. So, but now I have less time to get this one done. I have a week. Yeah. So, I was freaking out with that because I also committed to the Valentine's Day video, which is going to be way, way more complicated to get that done as well. And then gonna somehow do that during my work week as well. So, so I'm thinking that the snowball game, which I wanted to also get done by the end of the month here, by the end of February, I'm thinking I might not get that done by the end of the month. Just a hunch. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna be a little busy this month. Yeah. Welcome back. Internet's going down. Did you hear any of that about my work? Because I was just super rambling with that. That didn't make any sense. Because it doesn't really make sense. In a sense. So, yeah. Oh, okay then. So I got a basic snoodle. I can now add little bits here to kind of keep it to her hairstyle with these little spikes. If I can do this, please. We'll fix that, but that's pretty good. I think I want to use a deformer. Make this the big part up here. It's probably too big. I don't know. But it's kind of like all of her hair all at once. It's like all of her back hair and then like some of her neck hair that was here is now then kind of going whoosh back into here. It's not gonna work. Volume wise, I guess. Okay. I'll put that onto a different sub layer so I can draw on this layer. I'm gonna make a pinpoint version. And I can just follow my curves here. Beep. So I got this to color in. And because I use so few points, it should be relatively simple now. Looks like that broke. But yeah, I try to like live a somewhat stress-ish less life. Or I'm just kind of like too... I'm not like a Daredevil kind of style person. You're like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I just, put myself in this extreme situation? Haha. I'm more like, yeah, you know how many projects I can get done? Check this out, that's my adrenaline, which I don't really want to happen. I just know that I can probably still do it, but it's like, I don't know. If I could avoid it, I like to not. The problem is I also procrastinate, which is also not great, especially for getting things done. So yeah, so that's looking pretty good. Let's swap this curve out. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I do eventually finish them, but if you wanted it, you know, done a little sooner, I guess, then whoops, you know. Or I set my own, because I'm, you know, I'm the only one who's really working on these projects anyway. So I just gotta make my own internal deadlines and be like, yeah, sure, I can get this done in a certain amount of time. Or if it's a holiday one, then it's like, I guess I have to get this done by a certain date. Like the Valentine's, I had to get that done. Otherwise, it'd be weird to have a Valentine's Day video in March. So at least that helps me try and focus a little bit on it. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I will get it done, but if that means I have to stay up to 5 or 7 a.m., it's usually what I want to avoid this year. One of my New Year's resolutions is to try and not have it so I'm working, trying to complete the video. Last night before, trying not to, you know, if that happens where it's like, oh, I can, you know, oh, I only have a couple more hours, oh, it's the last day, I guess I can get it done by, if I'm gonna have it be in that situation where it's like, oh, I have one more day, I would rather be like, oh, I need to clean this up in some fashion, you know, with, oh, maybe I've found an animation error, or let me add some new sound effects or something. Not be like, oh, this whole scene, oh, this whole minute of animation isn't done. Maybe I should, I don't know, animate it, you know. Yeah. Otherwise, it's never on the right date. That's just me. I just like to, I like holidays. I like, you know, decoratings and stuff, and especially as a kid, I loved, you know, participating, I guess, in the holidays. So I was always, you know, very attuned. And like, I had a DSi app, I guess. That was a calendar app, and it had like all the holidays in it. I was like, had like a countdown to each of them. I was like, oh, Martin Luther King is only a week away. Wow. And I was just kind of keep track with that. Be like, wow, cool. Oh, there's not much I can do about this countdown though, just by looking at it. But it was really fun. So having that as a kid kind of helped, and not, I guess, later in life to be like, oh, just knowing when holidays are, and trying to, my New Year's resolution was also to be like, hey, if you have, you know, try to figure out what next month's holiday is, and then start working on it. You know, don't be like, huh. Especially my Minimare's director is like, he has the thought of like, huh, would it be cool if we did a Christmas special? You know, why don't we start thinking about this holiday special in December? Can you get it done by the end of the month? And it's like, what? Can you animate all this in that amount of time? And it's like, oh, no, you do it. That happens a lot, where it's like, oh, look, we're in the month of May. How about a Mother's Day video? And it's like, eh. So it'd be nice to have a plan. If you're gonna do holiday videos, then make sure that you're always working on the next month's version, next month, whatever you're doing, going on. Start planning it out. And it's pretty simple, just like put a text document up and be like, January, what holidays are there? Not too many. February, you know, as easy as Valentine's Day, so in January, think about what your Valentine's video is gonna be, and then start working on it, start storyboarding or whatever you have to do, you know, in January. So you always have enough time to get it done, especially the ones that are like May Day, is May 1st. So it's like, you don't want to wait till May, because that's that's not gonna work. Yeah, so starting to do that now. Hello, line. What are you doing here? Go away. Let's get the bibbles off her. Okay, Chad, is she cute? Okay. Gonna keep working on this. Pom-poms. Got a body. Could connect them to... Yeah, let's do all the Toon stuff after that. Okay. Hope she is more uber cute. Cute as button. Well. Let me get some water real quick, though. There you go. Wow, just slapping my nose. Alright, have time. Kinda. Okay. What I do for pom-poms, then we can start animating or layout posing. So I can do Toon wise is I can have a pom-pom element and then connect it to arm, and then whenever I move arm, pom-pom will move. Okay. Pom looks like arm front. I'll just call it 1 and 2 because I don't have to care about the names here too much. Okay. Connect it to all of this. Give it its own peg. 1 sec. Just need to connect it. Actually, here. Right. Okay. And then it'll have its own animation-y. Is this right? Yeah. What's this OGL? Oh, the OGL is this little OGL controller is able to talk to the arm, so I can just move the arm a little simpler. Okay. Did you never thought about making YouTube your career? Ooh. If you mean, did I ever have like doubts to be like, oh, I don't know if YouTube's gonna be my career or not? I mean, of course. Well, I kind of had an upward trajectory, you know, when I first started, my first couple years. You know, popularity-wise scale, I guess, you know, over years, you know, this is like time, and then people watching over time, I guess. So, you know, it just kind of like, over time, just kind of got more and more until I got like a question daily, you know, pop off to be like, oh, okay, now people watch me. And I was like, yeah. And then I just kind of, over time, and this is about now. So, it's slowly going down, but, might take a bit. But as a career, I think I always wanted it to kind of take off, especially like when this happened, where I was like, oh, you know, I got like 10 times as many subscribers, you know, in like a week or something, where Aggressor Daily posted one of my videos without my consent, which is totally fine, but it's like, oh, okay. Would have been nice. But it was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And I just kind of read that for 5 more years, 7, whatever more years after that. I think once it did kind of start to like, you know, hear, where it's like, oh, we're starting to like really slow down, that haven't gained, you know, as many subscribers as much as from here to here, you know. From here to here, it was like, whoa, look at that, how many I got. Once it became like here to here, I was like, oh. And now it's like, oh. Yeah. I think that kind of was a wake-up call to be like, oh, well, I guess not. But otherwise, I always had fun making videos. It's not like, you know, subscribers and, you know, views and all that, likes and stuff. They don't really count if you're having fun making the videos, you know. Of course, it's nice to be like, if you share something, then you know that someone's gonna watch it. That's the only kind of thing about it. To be like, oh yeah, I'll post this, and then everyone who subscribe will be like, yeah, this is great, wow. And you get all the reactions about it. That's kind of the big thing, is that you get to hear people's opinions on your video, good and bad. Which, bad ones are just as good as good ones. You wouldn't want an echo chamber to be like, you wouldn't like every comment to be good. You know, I think that'd be kind of weird. But it's good to, you know, make sure you're still having a good mix of people, I guess, is what I'm saying. Make sure you have a compliment sandwich where half of people like you and half of people hate you. So that's naturally going to happen no matter what you do. So it's kind of roll with the punches and be like, okay, if someone didn't like it for X reason, then you can start working on X, you know. If it's like, oh, your scripts are bad, you know, or animation's bad, and if the commenter is really, really nice and actually says, you know, hey, I didn't like your storyboard or animation, I guess, then you can say, oh, maybe I can punch up my storyboards or something, to be like, oh, maybe I should start working on that, you know. Take that as a challenge to be like, oh, okay, you know. Rather than just dismiss them outright to be like, oh, well, no, you don't know what I've been through to make this video, you know. Don't retaliate back against them and say, you know, you're wrong. I'm the best, you know, animator out there, and you're just jealous. Never picking fights, you know. That'll get you nowhere. So yeah. I don't know if we're going to those either. I'm just making a boxing glove. What I want to do is, I don't know how to draw this. I think I just want to put another layer on top and just make a bunch of little lines, I guess. So I can do that. Is the music loud? Are these taper lines? Let's see. Sorta. Oh, here's, excuse me, auto taper. Auto taper. Yeah. It's like my favorite brush. Okay. I'm gonna flip it. Because this is what I struggled with Flash. Whereas, like, the first time I tried to make a puppet, it was like, I had to, like, make. Because with G4 style, everything kind of ends at a point. And I was, like, trying to, like, make it with these kind of lines, and it's like, wait, the default cap, the end of a line cap, ends in a circle. And I was like, but I want to end it in, you know, like a sharp, you know, triangle point. And I was like, how do I do that? So I found a video where I was like, well, you could like break this line apart into, instead of being a point here, it'll be a point, vertex point on each side of the line, and then you can then curve it into a nice indie point to then get something that looks like this, where it just ends at a sharper, pointy cap there. So I would always struggle with every single line being like, ah, come on. You know, like every single intersection or line would always end in this circle. So I'm glad that Toon Boom literally has a brush that automatically makes it into an auto taper. And it's like just so nice to be like drawing like this and be like, oh my god, it just works. I'm just gonna have little layers of these don't want to make it too much. But just enough to kind of these little squares. That's pretty good. And if we kind of clean it up, then it should work out pretty well. To say like, oh, well, maybe this one's a little over it. Ones below will have top priority. And then we fill it out with the lower layer to add a little line there. And push this up, and so I could use other tools, but this is fine. Oops. Guess I could just do this. Could move this one down. Is this the right way to do this? Probably not. I don't know. Just made this up as I went. In essence, what I want to do, I guess I can get rid of some of the underlaps. Well, I don't know. I think it's fine. I was able to look like this. I think I want it a little larger, actually. Can always go big. Select everything. Where's her leg? So her leg's about there. Yeah, that's fine. A little larger. And then, because there's only 2 points here, I can kind of snip this. Oops. I touched another line there. Gotta be careful. Okay, cool. How's that looking? If I stretch this out. Cool. I think this is working. Yeah. There it is. Okay. I think this will work okay. And it has its own rotation. I can start building some of these Toon Boom specific stuff. It's now to rotate there. And if I move leg, it should be connected. Yay. Cool. And we'll do that on the other leg. So we'll copy this drawing. Paste it. And we'll go to the other leg, which is here. I'll give it some room to add my new palm. Audio controller, brightness, contrast. Put that above it. Own peg. Peg to arm peg. and move it to position. I think it's, yeah. There you go. Okay. So now if I move arm, we now get this. Yay. Okay, so I think I want to go back and make the hair have some deformers. So this is the bow. I can add a deformer, which will let me bend it. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Oh, will it let me do this? Or let's do ponytail then. Don't think the hat was working. Okay, point. Solo it. And I'm gonna move. This is very finicky. If you tap it just in the wrong pixel, it'll like add another point. So I'm just following the general, it doesn't have to be exact, just the general flow of the art, just so it knows how to bend it. And so this will kind of, obviously if we go too far then it kind of breaks, but we just kind of move it in a nice amount of movement. You can kind of jimmy it like that. Cool. And with context, you can just kind of move this around now. Why can't I select the bow and add a? It says I can't. So move on then. Does skirt need one? Probably, just so I can do probably just here and here. Yeah, see, got a little off. So when I animate, I can go like whoop, whoop, whatever I need. And these little controls let me animate things, or at least pose things a little bit better if I need to. Do them on the palms. Same thing, I think. Just so now I can wiggle this. That looks kind of cool. Alright, do down the other one. And you can select both of them. Yeah! Alright. So now, let's see. Is there anything I want to move? I think this one's not going to work, because this one's here. Let's give it a new one. Does this add one? Yeah, okay. Don't actually have to remember which button's what. This is closer. Okay, cool. So that's just setting up the puppet, which kind of took like an hour, but I don't know. Good thing is that I already got the animatic. Oh yeah, our pieces here are not set for more than one frame. There you go. Sorry. Just checking. Okay. Turn Derpy off, or I can go back to frame 1 and just move her off to the side. Put her on the sideline so she can watch the animatic. I think I want to get rid of the Because I wanted to have like a fade out at the end. But I think I just want the camera to pull back up. So instead of this, we'll go back, turn this off, and then we'll instead have her just kind of like slide off. And then I can restart much more better. Okay. So we'll have a front pose and then a couple side poses in different angles. And then she's like, oh, I'm tired. And then it swaps back. That looks pretty well. This is only like 10 seconds. So it should be decentable to finish today. We'll see. Okay. How we doing? Who's still here then? If Judd's gone. Well then, see you later then, Judd. Okay. So now I can start posing these. I don't think I got the front cheerleader outfit set up though, because we literally just set up only the side 3/4 view. So to do this one, we might have to wait. Let's see if this works. How messed up is this? Actually, I think we have everything. I think the skirt needs to be the only part I need to change. I'm not sure. I can kind of start from here, I guess. Oh, it thinks it's empty. That's why it wasn't working. Why I couldn't put the deformer on it. It's because it thought it was not actually an image. That's really weird. I haven't seen that. That's never happened before. Just gonna put that in the back. This is different. Don't need to see that. Where's the ponytail? Is this ponytail? No, ponytail is its own object, I think, kind of made. Yeah. So it'll be here. And yeah. That's good. What else do we need? Yeah, these arms. Swap over. And we need the pom-poms. Pom-pom 1 and pom-pom 2. Okay. What's going on? Oh, I just didn't add it in yet. Okay. Carefully line this up. Okay. It's got that. What else? Oh, yeah, the shoe legs. Can't really see them in the back there. Oh, we need to add ones for the front view ones. So add a new one. So I get a white there. And then maybe somewhere. Okay. And let's get the skirt. Add that in. Obviously that's not gonna work. What's gonna work is if I... Well, it's kind of wrong layer. Somewhere between there. I guess I could just kind of rotate it. This, like, then fill it up the right way like that, I guess. So we'll need a new drawing substitution. And we'll just fix this, I guess. I feel like it should go the other way. So we'll get rid of the points that make it go the wrong way. Okay. And I'll just kind of flip all these angles. And then see where I need to clean things up. Like some of this. Okay. Let's put you maybe more. Put you here? Not really. Try to select a different point. Okay. I think I want the tail to be in a different position. Well, it needs to be... having it above doesn't make sense. It needs to be... we're just inside. I don't know. Not sure how to perspective this, because it needs to somehow be... Okay. Because it's inside of the tail goes inside of the skirt, so it has to... Is that her ear? Get out of here. So it's like this. How does that work? I don't know. It's pretty good. And it should be in a different pose anyway. Okay. I think we can now start to put the puppet into these poses, roughly. And then it's just about putting them in and then adding more details as we go. Okay. I think I want more juice. I want more juice. I'm so thirsty. Hang on. Ooh. Okay. So what I want is to put Derpy. I can use the storyboard timings. These keyframes are for putting her up into the air and then fall back down. So I can use those keyframes and then put my puppet one into these round positions. I probably should pose her first? I don't know. I think I want to copy her into a different pose, and then when she gets here, she has to be a different pose. And then making sure I have a backup to her original pose before I change it. So basically, I'm going to think of these as different shots, or like in different camera shots, is that each time she goes up, she's in a different pose here. So just have something default to work with each time. So for this one, I want her to, I think, start in a different kind of pose. So I'm just gonna kind of like go like wah into the pose rather than being her already into the pose. This is like the final pose. I think for now, I guess I could just have it make sure that this pose would actually work and then work backwards, I guess, which is I know, a little weird to think about, but so this one can go down, this one can go up. Problem right now is I'm realizing I have to get her torso into a more straight up angle pose, which means I have to like touch like every single part of this now and realign it. Yeah. If I use my deformer, I can now kind of change this. Where's my other leg? It's hiding. There it is. Tail. I wonder, like, wings to be flapping as well? I also can kind of hide this kind of weird bump. Like that. Get her arms back. Don't know where my OGL went. Should be tied. Let's see if I can bring it up. There it is. So I want my OGL to be so that I can just click on. So I can just click on a diamond and then get the entire arm. And if I want to add pose to her arms, I can add a little deform to arm. Kind of like bend it a little bit. Realign. Okay. This is just so much faster than I'm just realizing that, like, how I would have to have this in Toon or in Flash would just be so much painful. This is so nice, especially because I built the puppet itself. It makes this, at least for me, to be like, oh yeah, okay, and then bop bop bop, you know, and I'm gonna think like, oh well, I need what do I need, or like where's the arm? How would I select the arm in this case? Oh no. And it's just like instead just kinda go, oh okay. Here we go. This is what I need. And we'll just do it. It's getting really good at just picking out what I need. And then just quickly pop it all in. So I can do so I got different like buttons here to be able to squash and stretch her. Obviously that why wouldn't do that? Squash and stretch her head, or at least be able to just go huh. Just move her head normally. You have another ones for like squash and stretch her. Just body. Move her whole body there. I think this is the opposite. Squash and stretch. Let's put her into position. Okay. Seems I might have missed my keyframe. Okay. I want a button to turn off and on the storyboard, so let's do a, I think it's this checkbox. Yeah, checkbox. Enable disable node. Add selected node. Storyboard. Okay. Put it on the top composite. Okay. Don't have to have this, but at least this will make it so I can have something I can just quickly okay. Pop. Okay. So now this will turn off and on. See how this turn reds? So now if I want the storyboard to be on, cool. If I want it off, I can do that. Let's move the derpy buttons off to the other side. Just so they don't get in the way now. And there we go. Could have another one for turn off and on derpy, but I guess I could just also just click her off and on. At least I just want to get into, you know, staying inside of the camera mode the most amount of time. But if I want this, I turn that off and on. Could do that real quick, actually. It wasn't too hard. Selected thing. Checkbox. Enable disable node. Move this on top. And then make this also big. I thought you were... Oh. Apparently have the button. Had a keyframe on the wrong frame. I think probably should label these. So I think one, or not one, label. Let's say SP. And then we call this DP. Okay. I think I want storyboard on top, so I'll just do this. Okay. So now I can just play in here and be like, okay, well I need, I'd rather see the storyboard. I don't want to see Derpy. What's Derpy doing? What's the storyboard? There we go. So I don't have to worry about those buttons at all now. Inside a node view, or like I have to like dig in here and like actually select it in the node view. I can just swap him. Anything I want, any combination. Okay. See where Toon Boom stuff just starts to, you know, add up to be like, okay, well, if you spend the time to learn all these weird functions that definitely aren't for, you know, you're not going to learn all the hard draw skill stuff. It's like, you're going to kind of actually be kind of slowed down a little bit if you don't know all these weird Toon Boom buttons that actually start to become, like, actually useful. Where it's like, oh, yeah, huh, I have a little button might actually be useful. Like that. To be able to just say, like, oh, well, if I do want to turn off DP and see what happens. Oh, okay. You know. Let's see. Just gonna follow my rough. And do this. Beep. And then go away. So now I want to see without the store words. Just DP, see what she does. Obviously she teleports, so it's a little easier. Turn off that. Yay. Okay. We can focus on just this one, I think, and then it's basically the same thing for all the rest of them. For like this a couple times, and then scroll down, which I could do with the camera. The camera's its own thing. Hang on. If I have both of them on screen, just want to show. Does this work? Yeah. So I'm actually in a 3D space where I put the background in a farther away from the camera. So you can see this kind of fun little parallax effect, which I always love to do. So you can see the background's moving a little slower, as if it's farther away. Derpy's close up. So what I can do is, like, for the camera movement at the end, where I want it to like kind of slide down to be like where Derpy's like panting here, I want this to be a camera motion here from here to here. So instead of like manually saying like, well, I want the background to move at this speed because it's far away, you know, instead of like having to calculate that, I could just move the background farther in space and just go whoop, and then we can see that Derpy moves a little slower. So I can do all of this. Could have more layers too, you know. I've done that where I had like 10 different layers. Especially on Minimers, that was fun. To have like all these multi-plane stuff is really fun. Let's see. The thing I want is... Problem is that I want this pose, but not at the beginning. So I want to see if I can kind of like clumper her up, maybe. Like she kind of rotates into the pose and then just kind of pops. With a little bit of that. Let's see. Welcome. Hello. Good to see you. Okay. If I don't like something, or like how that's really working, might just get rid of it. Might just have it just be more vertical. Yeah. Try to select this. There we go. So what I'll also do is I could have her head be more forward, and at the beginning have her eyes closed. Here's just a regular smile. And then do boop. And then open her eyes. And then as she opens it, then she's like, yeah. It's a little distracting over there. So I'm just gonna chuck her down. And I can also change her arm pose. To be like, yeah. want her whole, like, spine to also change. So I think I want to rotate her. So you kind of get a little bit more. I want it to be a little bit more, actually. So I'm going to move her. See if I can move her pivot point. It's going to be more like flat like that. It's hard to get the exact. It's so small. And then it'll just be up to adding all the secondary animations where I want like her ponytail to actually be more down, and then as it's kind of like gravity, will then kind of take over into a whoa. Same for like her hair, front here. So you're pushing her up, so like all the drag is like pushing this down. But then she'll stop making her hair kind of whoa. All these fun little motions here. I can do this for the pom-poms too. Have their own little drag. Okay, skirt. Let's do the legs maybe at the same time. I don't know if I can. I don't think they have transformations. There you go. This might not work. Sorta. There you go, I'll just do this in one pass. Welcome back, Judd. And now I can do tail. Let's just do skirt, and then we'll figure this out. So I want to do hello. Some little. You see how much the secondary animation is helping this a lot more than you'd think. Tail. And Judd says Judd. Alright. Oh, Jude. Okay. That's right. I see now. Gotcha. So it's dragging until it's like, whoa, physics are now saying something like that. Okay. I want what I want. Let me watch it again. Wings. I need to do this once I figure out the real timing of this. Where is it? Where's it? I just selected. There we go. I think my wings are connected, or if I change one, yeah, okay. So let's go in. It's easier to see what's going on with this X sheet. So this is at 3. And I want 4. Yeah, no. I can see that it's breaking where it wants to add. Yeah, I don't know. Whoa. That's unexpected. Alright. Well, thank you. Well, welcome to the club. Wombledry. That was very nice. Thank you so much. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Womble. Didn't even know you were here. Sorry, outing out like this. Well, I guess you get, some little perks. I don't know if you can, if you wanted to or whatever, needed to, leave or any time early. That's okay. I'll understand. What's going on? I don't want this one to be 5, 6, 7, 8. How many are there? Yeah, well, thank you. I'm gonna go to 10 and then back to 2. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I get this nice little flappy animation to it too. We could have a little bit more animation right before she falls back. Actually, she does fall. Okay, I see. Waiting for shorts. Thank you. It's gonna be a lot of work. Well, you can see how much work it was to get to this point, which honestly wasn't that bad, but still. Let's see. What I want is a new peg just for fly. And this will be like a tweening one where once she's kind of like at her apex here, I can kind of then see based on her wings animation. Now it's down and then it's up. I can add a keyframe at that time. And then once it goes back down, another one. Okay. Then reset it. So down, up, down. Not too much up. Maybe just a little bit. And then down. And then she's gone. So want is a period between here and here to have her just a little bit of like between here and here doesn't make sense. And then between here and here. Just thinking. Yeah, I just wanted to add like a little tiny motion between there. Just so it's not like, you know, obviously it looked like this without it. And then you add that back in. Just adds that tiny little, a little bit of there. And so in between all of this, I can add between basically everything. I can kind of click on each of these deformers and my camera and get a wider view and then a closer up view, and just kind of carefully make sure that everything's good there. Okay, so we'll get there. And then as we move down, I think we want the hair to move up a little bit. This is why I want both, just so I can kind of see. And then as we go down, we want to go up. We always want to be kind of like opposite. To what's happening. And then as we fall, a big fall here. I want everything to really shoot up. And then really shoot up here. And I think I want a little bit more animation for head. What you got? Oh, whoops, lost it. Thank you. Every time somebody joins, there's a name shown. I suppose so. Well, I got the stream elements. I think I didn't really think that was the default. I didn't really expect people to do the. Never seen anyone gift one, so I never set up an animation. But yeah, I guess it just chose someone from random. I don't think Mumble was even here to accept it, so it'll be a surprise for them once they join next time, I guess. But yeah, that's what that stream elements is doing in the chat, is that it's talking with YouTube to send a alert kind of thing. Let's see, I think we'll go on with this to add. Just a little bit more. Ooh, we can add the squash and stretch. That's why I got this. Oops, I wanted to not see those. There we go. So I left is my work view where I wanted to make smaller. If I'm like way back here trying to make a smaller thing, it's like really, really tiny. It's like really too small for a hand. So if I zoom in, then my whole elbow can like kind of move down and it's much smaller. So, but then I can't see what's going on, so I have to like zoom in and out, or I could have just one onto the side to see what's going on. That's why I got two views. What is going on? Yeah, left and right's are weird. Okay. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop 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 boop. Here. Want to stretch her out. Stretch her out a little bit more, maybe. And then, obviously, you don't see the wow at the end. Let's see what that looks like. I think I want the. Oh yeah, probably the flying isn't helping here. Let's move that back onto an actual keyframe. And I think I want to move this one over. Boop, boop, boop. Retime this a little bit. So they're actually just on twos. There's this one frame here I don't like. So I have to retime this to be sooner. There's also this going on. I just wanted to just kind of zhoosh without having this weird extra frame that's not doing anything. You could just move her down more, just so she's like basically up in there. You can move her up and then down. Zhoosh. Yeah. Zhoosh. I want the arms to be the other way at first and then move into position. Select her this way when you first see her. When you're already a member, your name will appear in your videos and server page arts. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I do that. I don't think I. Well, I didn't have a video. I think you joined. Yeah, Mode Horizon you joined after I had a video. So I didn't have a video to push away, but in the shorts I do put the patrons, so I could definitely, I guess, add both you guys into this video then. It'll be in the description. And I'll have the patrons and then I guess an extra section for members too. So yeah, I won't thank you for reminding me. I might have forgot honestly. So thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely add that in. Okay, we're almost there with this first one. Problem is that I, obviously have a couple more than just one. And then we only got this one really set up right now. Moderately. Still want to set this up. Just want to tilt these down, I think. And then do the same kind of secondary animation I've done with everything else. I'm gonna do the other arm, because this one's the big pop-off one. But I won't have it be straight up immediately. I'm gonna have it pop up here. If I don't like the animation, I'll just kind of go in and delete it. Just so there's a nice little, like, arm flick to be like, zhoosh. And her arm kind of be more downward. Just so, like, when she flicks up, it'll be like a larger motion, like this. Be more of a hi. And then when she falls, it's good to know gravity as well when you do this, to know that as things fall, they want to stay where they were. And then they're gone. So I don't have to worry about it after that. It's a little fast, but that's kind of funny. How fast she falls down. Yeah, that was too fast. Then your eyes probably, if they blink, it's literally blink and you miss it kind of thing. So I wanted to slow down just a bit. And you can anticipate that a little bit by making her go up a little bit. Be like, up, alright guys, I'm gonna go up and then I'm gonna fall down, kind of a thing. So I can either clean that up a little bit. By not moving her too much. Kind of flow with the rest of everything else. Just a little bit of like, oh, whoa. It's like the opposite of coyote time or something where you're like, oh, I'm gonna step off the cliff and I'm gonna go, oh, whoa. I'm gonna fall now, but maybe I wanna go up and then I fall. It's like hang time. I think I want this to maybe like, see if I can flip this angle. I don't know. See if this will work. Yeah, see? Changing the angle between down to up kind of makes it seem like her hair kind of flipped up a little bit. Didn't do too much emotions. We'll do that next. Do a little bit. Eyes kind of going like, whoa. Yeah. I mean, we only spent like, really like an hour just the animation. We spent like an hour just on making the skirt. So for the rest of this, might only take, you know, maybe like an afternoon or so to get the rest of this animation done. And then all the rest of this, like adding more stuff, like I want to add, because I saw that, other brush I had. Oh, the special brushes down here. Yeah. Like I can add a star effect. Yeah, I could just do that real quick so you guys can see. I'll just add an effects node. A drawing node. Maybe like underneath her, or we can figure that out. Gonna swap the music. Okay. Good timing has a smooth effect. Thank you. What I want to do, beep beep, or not. What did I do? Okay. Is that when she gets to the pop, I want the star. And we could choose a color. Maybe like one of the lighter ones. So get a new one and then make it even brighter. And I can use a star. Is that a star? I can't see. Gotta make it black so I can even see what's going on. That's a star. And let's see, where are we? Way over there. So what I can do is add a big star. You know, just kind of randomly. I don't know how I want it to look. Maybe like a. It could be like a circle that kind of maybe like expands. I feel like I'm going to finish Snowfall, but not this month, maybe. Might have to be a end of March thing, honestly. So, yeah. I know we're all looking forward to it, but I don't think I can. I've been too busy with other projects to get that done. Quickly. I know. I think I want this to be like a 3-frame thing where it just kind of gets a little bigger and then just kind of shoots out. I can kind of get between this, where it just kind of starts here inside there and then boop 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 and then just kind of disappears. Just so you get this kind of fun little pop. Pew, pew, pew. It's not too visible, which I don't like. I don't know why they're so not seeable. I don't know if it's the... Yeah, that's weird. I think it's my pressure sensitivity that does it. Can I turn that off? Or I can use my mouse. Yeah! Okay. I'll just redraw this with my pressure sensitivity. Oh man, that's gonna get annoying to try and get this right size. That kind of worked. Okay. I think I can even change this if I'm lucky. Sick, I can change all this. So I can kind of slowly get in here and kind of maybe fiddle with this. And then now I can change it to be, okay, that's better. Dark pink. So now, obviously it's a little big. Excuse me? I think I just want all of this to be way smaller. And just move these inward. It's kind of lagging on my end, so don't worry about it. I'll figure out how to do this. I want to go about this. Right now it's just a little test. It is weird how it just kind of disappears though, so maybe I could just kind of have it explode off screen. Like just shooting stars out of her hand. Yeah, I want it to like kind of like at the end like disappear. So I think I need to add a transparency effect. Is that right? This will be the last thing. So now I think I can edit it. Okay. Sorry, this is getting more confusing. I think transparency means how much transparency it is. So 0 is either all the way here, which is what I want for the first frame. And then as it continues, is that how long it is? Yeah. And then as it continues up to frame this, I want the amount of transparency to be 100%. And I want this in a linear trans thing. Let's do this. Might if I have it backwards. Let's see. Maybe. I don't know. Here it is here. So maybe it does need to be a little frame later. Maybe it has to have a keyframe here. But not that. Yeah. And I could just, yeah. So what's happening is that it's just dying immediately. So let's make this value, that was like 50, I guess. And then just one more frame. Well, not everything. I need the effect to not have a keyframe. But on this frame, I want the transparency to now be at 90, and then it disappears. So beep, beep, beep. So around here, keyframe. Let's see. I think I want this, and then let's see. They should be visible at this point. That's weird. That's kind of fun though. So I want it visible here, which it should be visible because it's set to 0. I think I just need the it just needs to be on front or something. What the is the path is set to linear. Why does it get small in that frame though? There's no keyframe to tell it to get small and then big. What's going on? Hang on. Effect. Why does it get small? Let's do the keyframe again. See, from here it gets small? It shouldn't because there's no... What? It's now tied into... I don't know. We gotta get rid of the keyframe and just say... Why is there a tweener? Yeah, it's all I wanted, where I just kind of wanted to fade out a little bit. That's all I wanted. There, done. Okay, close enough. Okay, So what do we got? We got Derpy going, I'm here, and as she goes. Okay. And then, of course, it'll just kind of keep going where there'll be a couple more woohoo poses that are fun, and then she gets tired out, and then has a little breather, and then she does it again. So, that's about it. So yeah, we'll go to toaster time, and I'll discuss everything for you lovely people. Whoa. Okay. I might have to... what's my shower? Here we go. Hang on. Oh, my hair. Oh, no. I had to reset. Actually, I don't think that works. Ah, no. I have to change which... Oh, dear. Oh, no, I made it worse. What happened? What is happening? Ah. There we go. Woof. Okay. Ah. Hi. I can't brush my tail. When I open Adobe Character Animator, which is how my VTube works, I kept getting GPU errors. So I know what that means, but I don't know how to fix it. Anytime I click on anything, it's like, nah, you got a GPU error. You can't do anything. So I had to scramble to at least make a new version of my source elements and then crop it in a different kind of view. So be lucky that this even works. I at least found a solution to be able to have this even look okay. So tail's gonna fly off. I can't brush it down. But anyway. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out. I think next time we'll do I think we'll actually do the Lego stream. I knew that I, wanted to do this maybe this week, but, it just happened that yesterday. I was like, wouldn't that be cool if I just spent a whole day worth to make a one video thing that's due tomorrow? Yeah. What if I just do that instead? So, yeah. So have a happy superb owl, I guess, tomorrow. I might watch it. I don't know. The commercial is always fun, but even then, the commercials get kind of samey and boring anyway. So I know they spend like $5 billion on like 2-second ads or something, and it's like, I don't even care. I don't even care about your product. I don't care. Welcome, Juano Hive. Hoof to you too. If I think I can do that. Unless my GPU's gonna say, oh, my GPU's okay with this. Okay, I have hand. Yeah. Let me just try real quick. See if this works. Yeah, it does. Sick. Let's try breaking the reality once more. Here it doesn't go down. That's usually my trick to make the tail work, is to swap scenes like that. I don't know. It's acting up. Yeah, it's still up in this mode too. So I don't know. Oh well. But yeah, snow game. Hopefully when it's ready. It's snowing here right now, so yeah, on the west coast. But I think it'll probably dry out when when the game's done. So that'll be meh. This happened last time with the Sunny's Dream game, where I was like, oh, I can probably get this done in a couple months. Actually, I thought I would get it done within a month. I was like, it was like September or November. I was like, yeah, I can get this done. And then December came, and I was like, okay. Oh. Then I kept adding to it, and I was like, oh, actually I had to get this done. And I was like, oh no. And then it was like April, and I was like, well, I'm done now. Huh. Well, I got it done on April 1st. Great. So, oh well. It might be close to then, actually. So, I know we got so much fan art, everyone's ready for it. But for me, holiday stuff kind of, I guess, takes priority. Let's see. Yeah, but it can't be Y in November, December. I tried. Did I start the snowball game? I feel like I started it in. Did I start it in December? Or especially, I think I started thinking about it earlier. Than the first couple streams. But yeah, I think this week is gonna be super packed, and then there'll be basically no time at the end of the month, before the end of the month comes, to be able to get the game done. Even if I focus on it super much. Might have a playable game by the end of this month, but for random stuff I also want to pack into it. So, because I want to, my game scope is getting bigger, which is bad. It's like the one thing, you know, first rule of game dev is to not change your scope. That just means you have to keep adding more and more stuff and figure things out, and then the bugs pile up, and it's like, because you make your game larger and larger, it's like, and you never get it done then, you know. So then it's like, well, that'll introduce new ideas, and it's like, well, if I can add an achievement system, then maybe I can add trophies, and then that means you have to have something to do to have that be a trophy, and then yeah, you know. So stuff like that. I don't even have a game loop yet where I don't have obstacles yet. You know, there's nothing there's nothing going on in the game yet. You can jump and snowball. That's it. But nothing happens, yeah. Yeah. It's just me to figure out the game engine at this point, and like learning all the coding stuff is what's stopping me. Or what I think would work doesn't, and it's like I don't know enough to be like, oh yes, a backup plan, you know. If I was doing art, I'd be like, oh, if some reason, you know, I don't have green to be able to paint my thing, I'd be like, oh no problem, I have yellow and blue, ha ha ha, I'll mix yellow and blue together and make green, and then I'll be able to keep going, you know. But with coding, it's like, as soon as, you know, I find something online, or like I try and figure it out, it's like, and then if it doesn't work, it's like, oh, you know, like, now what? Or did I do it wrong? You know, yeah, I don't know if I did it wrong, if something's programmatically not the right syntax or something, or there's too many things about it that's like, wait a minute, why didn't it work? Or how do I make this work better? You know, start optimizing it too early might also be bad. So, yeah. That'll be very, yeah. We're working on it. Is this extra customizable? Does not always Derpy. At this point, it's gonna be Derpy. All I've been thinking about is just customize wise, is adding different hats. And you saw me work on that for the stream, where it's just add different color hats or different types of hats. So, I could try and, because then it's like, well, if I want to add new ponies, do I make that just a selectable thing? You know, if you want Rainbow Dash, do I just have a prefab of Rainbow Dash, you know, already set up, and then you just choose her, you know? Or do I make it so it's customizable for you to be able to change like individual colors? And then how many different colors there are to be able to change? You know, do you want to change the eyeball color, hairstyle, pony coat color, like your skin? And then with pony color, there's also like I had to programmatically figure out how to do a darker tint, like the color of my ear, the little ear hole is a different color, and if I had like Twilight, then it'll be like a different purple, darker color that I have to also change, which will be in the same hue. And so it's like, you start opening a can of worms of like, well, how about a different pony? It's like, ooh, ah, how do I do that? And it's like, will people be happy with just like a certain selection of ponies? You know, if I just do the main 6 or something, is that good enough? And it's like, oh, do I have to add more? And then start adding the entire cast, and it's like, well, I'm not making a game anymore. Or if I spend way too long trying to make a pony curator kind of thing, I'll be like, how do I make that? And it's like, So I'm gonna make it so it's just Derpy, and it's just gonna be a couple different hats, and we're gonna be happy with that if I can even figure out how to do that. So yeah. It's Derpy Snowfall, and she's makes the most sense to have her just being stuck inside a snowball and rolling down a hill anyway. Yeah. You wouldn't see like Mod Pie or something and be like, oh, okay, here I go. This is happening. Alright, you know. Well, the other characters, you know. So yeah. Hard enough to even figure out how to do that at that point. I'm just having to, how do I switch hats is going to be hard too. So everything's going to be hard. I just don't know how, you know, how many things I want to do, how many things I want to torture myself with to make this game. Yeah, so might take a month or two to get it done, but I think I definitely want to at least get the things I had for the original scope done. If I can complete everything in the original scope and not any of the extra ideas, especially some of you guys' ideas, which I know that'll be a bit sad for you guys, but if I can at least get my scope original ideas complete and happy and done, then I'll kind of the game will then be a success for me and be like, okay, it's a free game anyway. I'm not planning on making you pay for this, especially because I don't know how to program in Godot anyway. The game engine, I don't know how to make a game in Godot anyway. So it's like, okay, I hope this works. How would I want you to pay for something I don't know what I'm doing? Definitely gonna do my best. You know, I'm not gonna try and, you know, half step it or anything. Gonna try and commit, try and work on it as best I can, and then if it doesn't, you know, turn out that great, then at least you didn't feel like you invested in it. I might do, well, Itch.io, the platform I'm thinking of putting it on, the website, that whenever you click on download, especially for downloading the actual exe, you know, the actual file for the folder, it immediately, it'll just show up a pop-up of like when you download it, it's like, hey, would you like to support the creator, the game dever? Okay. The developer. It gives you like a pop-up to say, would you like to support the developer? Here's a suggested $2, I think. And then you can say no. Just take me to the downloads. But, you know, people did actually pay for Sunny's Dream, which I was pleasantly surprised. That was very, very, very generous of you guys. Thank you very much. Might have also been to get the art book and maybe the tutorial. There's a walkthrough in the game. Not in the game. There's a walkthrough in the goodie bag little section. So a separate download. It's like its own sort of thing. Might do it for the snowball. Just with some maybe concept arts and any developer stuff I have, I can make that as a goodie bag. Which is weird to say, like, here's a paid, you have to pay for this goodie bag, which is not really what a goodie bag is. I don't know, I might come up with a better name for it, but anyway. Anyway, I was able to pay out through Itch.io and actually get pretty good, you know, for what it was. It was like, that's pretty good. Won't say obviously how much it was, but very, very generous. And yeah, because there was a time, like, almost like 8 to 9 months later than when I uploaded it. A lot of people were like playing the game. Like some streamers were playing it, and like people were talking about it more. Like way later than the game actually came out, and so that's when I got most of the payments. So yeah. So I guess it's the let's play benefit kind of thing where if someone popular does any kind of social media sharing of it, then it's it'll help out the creator, which I never really do it myself, I guess. If I see a let's play person play a game, I'm like, cool. Well, I feel like I don't need to play the game anymore, you know? I got the game experience plus their commentary, you know? It's like that's twice as much, you know, entertainment than I'll get from just buying the game, I guess. So at least for me, it's like, okay. Like, why would I want half the entertainment that I just got from watching the video by buying the game? Anyway, that's just me. You guys can definitely support it or not. Your choice. When I get the snowball game done. More developers. I need a coder. I am too left or right brain, whatever side is artistic and creative. That is my forte. I need someone to like just crunch the numbers and know game engine stuff to figure out how to develop the game. Because I could do pretty much everything else. Not to say like I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything. It's just like I could probably do everything else. I could do music and sound effects and game design and levels and concepts and everything and artwork and everything. It's just like sitting down and like looking at a code screen and being like, I'm just looking at it and like, just looking at it and being like, okay, how do I, you know, I'm too used to nodes. Like it's a Toon Boom with all the square blocks with noodles connecting to each other. That's how mine works. Where it's like, okay, I got a, you know, dry node and that connected to the peg node, and that peg node's connected to another peg node, and that's, you know, all the chains of like dependencies make sense. And visually, like having a, I think in Unreal Engine, I think it's called a blueprint that has that same sort of coding within a node view kind of thing. Didn't want to make my snowball game an Unreal Engine. That's for like making AAA, you know, full on like hyper realistic 3D games. But for my little Dino Jump game, Google Dino Jump game, I was like, I don't think I need to use Unreal Engine for this. It'll be way overkill. I don't think Unreal Engine has... Can it do 2D? I don't even know. I've never seen... I know Unity and obviously Godot can do 2D and 3D, so why don't you try Godot? Seemed to be a little simpler to look at. I want to check real quick. What do you got going for me though? Mouse, please move. Games are great about many people. No, it takes too much time if you do alone. Yeah. I don't know how like Toby Fox, you know, is able to do literally everything. I guess Toby Fox wasn't good at graphics. That's why he hired Timmy to do cleaner drawing sprite art. So I guess he's better at music and programming, or at least able to learn Game Maker. Unreal Engine 2D? Maybe. I'm seeing something. I don't know if it's the best fit though. Yeah. Well, I'm looking at a picture that it has that 2.5D HD 2D Final Fantasy game. So it's like, oh. Is that what they think a 2D game is? where that's like sprite art, but it's in a 3D perspective. Where it just has 2D sprites, but then the environment is in a 3D world. And if you think that's a 2D game, it'd be like saying Paper Mario is a 2D game. And it's like, just the characters are flat and the game's 3D. Oh, okay. Maybe there is. I don't know. I feel like my computer would just explode if I use Unreal Engine though. It's got some levels, kind of like... I'm seeing some games that kind of look like Celeste kind of style games. It's got like big platforming mountains and stuff. 2D ladder movement climb. Yeah, just look at Google, look at the pictures. Top down? Okay. Something that kind of looks like Shovel Knight. Huh. I guess so, but it's probably not tuned, you know, like a radio. You can't really... I don't know. I don't really trust Unreal Engine to have tuned properties and such for making a 2D game. Even then, it kind of looks... you can probably put your own art in, but this one doesn't look that great. Art assets. That's the problem, is that as a solo dev, like you were saying, like it takes every single type of discipline to make a game. And discipline is like learning how to be a career person, you know, how to be a artist, how to be a musician. The Venn diagram of like people that know literally everything is probably very, very, very slim. So even like Toby Fox had to like, you know, get a couple people to help out with. So that's okay, Edgy. I can show what the Toon Boom look like real quick. Alright. I'll just show it real quick. Hello. That's me again. I don't know if it shows it twice. Get away, me again. Where am I? There I am. Okay. Let's see. I can turn off this just to show the storyboard real quick. So I'm good at this. Like, if I had to, like, say, animate this with code or something, I'd be like, uh-oh. So, and here's the first Derpy section that I got. So that's about it. But there's a lot going on. Kind of take this frame by frame. Yeah. It's pretty fast, but yeah. And I'll do this for the other sections too. So I only got like that far, but I made the costume for Derpy. It's a little cleaner cheerleading outfit, and then I'll animate the rest of the section here. But we got about 4 for 5th done, so yeah. Hello. But yeah, so that's what happened, and I'll try and get this done by tomorrow. So I'll work on this all tonight. We'll see though. But yeah. Boop boop. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. So I'll work on that for tomorrow, and then I'll try and get the other Valentine's Day video, the Crusher Girls, Derpy, and the big muscular man at the end of the another Derpy test. I'll try and get that done by Friday. I feel tall. There we go. So 2 videos this week potentially. I also have to do. My mom has a sort of commission for a volunteer group that she goes to, where they want a. Their group needs a pamphlet for a big event. So my mom said, "Hey, my son can make your trifold. I'm sure he can do that. Also, this week as well, coming up, and get it done." So Yeah, so I'll be working on about at least 3 things off of work, outside of work this week. I'll probably not work on the game because I think I'll be a little too busy this week. Probably gonna focus mostly just on the trifold, and then we'll have to get both of them done by the end of the week. So trifold and the not a Derpy test Valentine's Day special extravaganza. Yeah, and then I guess after next week I'll go back on the game. But I can't wait too long because, you know, as I said earlier, you gotta prepare for the next holiday, which would be St. Patrick's. So I'll try and hopefully make it not too big. This year is the year of the snake, which I guess I can just repost my one from last year and just say, look, it's Derpy taking the snakes out of Ireland. I had a short on that. I guess I could just repurpose that. I could just flip it horizontally and say, whoops, they came back. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, thank you, Edgy. Sorry. You're probably gone already. Good night, then. But either way, I think that's about it. I think next week... Oh, you're still here. Okay. Thanks for sticking around. See you then. Thank you, Edgy. See you then. Alright. Got a lot of things. I know, we're all busy. So yeah, take care. Okay. Yeah, we get some juice while we send them out here. Sorry for swallowing right into the mic. Ugh. Ugh. If I move too far away, then, you know, it's... Ugh. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Next week, I think I will do the Lego stream. I think we'll start with the Robot Mario, and then that might just be the whole stream. Might just be that set. I got, like... We'll figure this out, I guess, how far I get or how fast it is to make them. So I got 2 small sets and then 1 big set. I don't know if we want to have, you know, streams where I actually try and complete them. Do you want to watch the entire process on stream, or just maybe like go, that was neat, and then I just work on it off stream? Well, we gotta have to work on this Superb Owl stream video short off stream anyway. Obviously it's a little hard to convince my parents that I want to do a whole day stream, because they want to run around. So because I'm in a basement, so anytime our house is pretty old, so it like creaks a lot when people walk around, so they like to live their life as well. So so I have to respect them. Yeah, I do, but it's yeah. Okay, we're seeing everyone goodbye then. I think it's about time anyway. So yeah, I will say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for joining. I already explained pretty much everything that we're doing in the next week or so. So yeah, look out for that. I'm gonna try and keep pretty busy. I'm gonna be very busy this coming week, so if I'm too tired for Lego, we know why. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Alright, see you guys next time as I find my button to take me out. But yeah, alright, see you guys. Wow.